Hi, good morning everyone. Yesterday we discussed random variables, probability distribution and random variables, and we started the exercise. We did hard sum, I think. Now we will do the fifth sum first. A random variable x has the following probability distribution. The random variable x has the following probability distribution. Xi and p of xi like this. Xi and p of xi are like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And 7. A random variable x has the following distribution: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And p of x equal to 0 is 0. And p of x equal to 1 is k. K2 is 2k. 2 is 2k. And 3 is 2k. 3 is 2k. 4 is 3k, 5 is k square, 5 is k square, 6 is 2k square, 6 is 2k square, 7 is 7k square plus k, 7k square plus k, 7k square plus k. Then find the k. Then find the k. Find the k. Mean. Find the k. Mean. And p of x lie between 0, 5. P of x lie between 0 and 5. P of x lie between 0 and 5. This is a question given. A random variable x has a probability distribution table like this. Find k, mean and p of x lie between 0 and 5. We already discussed it. Sigma p of xi is 1 always. Sigma p of xi is 1. Find k. Means sigma of p of xi for I equal to 1. Implies sigma of p of x is 0 plus k plus 2k plus 2k plus 3k plus k square plus 2k square plus 7k square plus k. Adding together must give you 1. So total probability is always 1. Now this implies k square plus 2k square plus 7k square, 10k square, 10k square. Next, k plus 2k, 3k, 5k, 8k plus k, 9k equal to 1. 9k equal to 1. Equal to 1. If I bring that 1 to this side, minus 1 equal to 0. If I bring that plus 1 to this side, becomes minus 1. 10k square plus 9k minus 1 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. You can find the roots by splitting the middle term, factorization method or formula method, your choice of doing. I am doing for splitting the middle term. 10 1 10, 10 minus 1 9. So I can write like this: 10k square, 9k I can write as 10k minus 1k. 10k minus 1k minus 1 equal to 0. 10k minus k minus 1 equal to 0. Taking 10k common from this, left out is k here plus 1 here. Minus 1 common from these two, left out is k plus 1 equal to 0. Becomes k plus 1 into 10k minus 1 equal to 0. Implies k equal to minus 1 or k equal to 1 by 10. Or k equal to 1 by 10. So out of these two, which is a value? K is a if I substitute here, this is 2k, means is a probability. So it should be always more than 0, less than 1. So more than 0 means cannot be negative, less than 1. So 1 by 10 is a valid value. Therefore, we should take k equal to 1 by 10 but not minus 1. K equal to 1 by 10 but not minus 1, because probability of any event must be greater than 0, it cannot be negative and less than 1. Therefore, k must be 1 by 10. K must be 1 by 10. Now this is k. After getting k, I need to go for mean. After getting k, I need to go for mean because asking mean. How to find the mean? Mean is equal to sigma xi into p of xi. Mean is equal to sigma xi into p. Now, mean I need. So mean mu is equal to sigma of xi into, for every I, sigma of xi into p of xi. Sigma of xi into p of xi. So this is equal to 0 into 0, 0, plus 1 into k, plus 2 into 2k, 4k, 2 into 2k, 4k, 3 into 2k, 6k, 4 into 3k, 12k, plus 5 into k square, 5k square, plus 6 into 2k square, 12k square, plus 7, 7 49k square, plus 7k. This is the mean. Now, I know k value, I can substitute. First I will simplify. 12k square plus 49k square, 61k square, 61k square plus 5, 66k square, 66k square plus this part, 6 plus 4, 10, 11, 11 plus 12, 23k plus 7k, 30k, 30k. Now, k is equal to 1 by 10 if I substitute, this becomes 66 by 10 square, 100, plus 30 into 1 by 10, so 30 by 10. So, this is 100 by 66 is 0.66 plus 3 equal to 3.66 is the mean. 3.66 is the mean. 100 by 66 by 100 is 0.66 plus 30 by 10 becomes 3. 3.66 is the mean of the probability distribution, PDF, probability distribution function. And now he is asking to find P of x lie between 0 and 5, but there is no equal to, so we need to find 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is P of x lie between 0 and 5. First copy this. Now third thing is asking is P of x lie between 0 and 5. So nothing but P of x equal to 1 plus P of x equal to 2 plus P of x equal to 3 plus P of x equal to 4. Up to 4, 0 to 4 is asking. 1 and 5, 0 and 5 are not included. 0 and 5 are not included. So this is equal to x equal to 1 means k plus 2k, 3 means 2k, x equal to 4 is 3k. So this is equal to 2, 4, 5, 8k is equal to 8 by 10, or you can write as 4 by 5. 4 by 5. 2 4 ja, 2 5 ja. Next. This is what he is asking. So we found k value, we found mean, and we found P of x lie between 0 and 5. Next one. Next, coming to second Roman first sum. Second Roman first sum. The range of a random variable x is 0, 1, 2. The range of a random variable x equal to 0, 1, 2. The range of a random variable x is equal to 0, 1, 2. Given that p of x equal to 0, p of x equal to 0, p of x equal to 0 equal to 3c cube. 3c cube will make a table better. We make a table like previous sum. We did not give the table, we need to prepare the table and write the table directly. He is giving xi ranging from 0, 1, 2 and p of xi equal to something is giving. So, xi ranging from 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Only 3 values for xi. And p of x equal to 0 equal to 3c cube, means this is 3c cube. And p of x equal to 1 equal to 4c minus 10c square. So this value is 4c minus 10c square. 4c minus 10c square. And p of x equal to 2 equal to 5c minus 1. This value is 5c minus 1. 5c minus 1. Then number 1, find the value of c. Find the value of c. Find c, value of c. Find the value of c. Next, second bit. P of x less than 1. P of x less than 1. Next, third bit. P of x lie between 1 and 2. P of x lie between 1 and 2. But equal to 2. P of x lie between 1 and 2 but equal to 2. And P of x lie between 0 and 3 equal to 3. P of x lie between 0 and 3 but equal to 3. There is no equal to for 0, for equal to 3 he gives. Okay. These are the things he is asking to find. First of all, we need to find c means P sigma P of xi is always 1, total probability is always 1. So, make that. So, for every I, P of xi, sigma P of xi equal to 1 implies 3c cube plus 4c minus 10c square plus 5c minus 1 equal to total probability 1. Equal to total probability 1. So, I can write like this. 3c cube minus 10c square minus 10c square plus 4c plus 5c. This is 9c plus 4c plus 5c, 9c plus 1 comes to inside minus 1. So minus 1, minus 2 equal to 0. This plus 1 coming inside minus 1 and minus 1 becomes minus 2 equal to 0. Now you got the cubic equation. You know how to solve the equation. First by tried and error, we will find one root, and then by division method, synthetic division or ordinary division, your choice of doing, we can find the remaining two roots. So first how to find the single root, one root. If you add the coefficients, 3 minus 10, minus 7, minus 7 plus 9, minus 7 plus 9 plus 2, plus 2 minus 2 equal to 0, plus 2 minus 2 is 0. So 0 equal to 0, means c equal to 1 is a factor. Since sum of coefficients equal to 0, sum of coefficients equal to 0 implies c minus 1 is a factor. C minus 1 is a factor. We know that sum of coefficients is 0, then x minus 1 is a factor. If the difference of sum of alternate terms is 0, then x plus 1 is a factor. We know all this. So, this is the sum of the coefficients equal to 0, then c minus 1 is a factor. Now c minus 1 is a factor means c equal to 1 is one root. If I substitute c equal to 1, this becomes more than 0, more than 1. More than 0 but more than 1. But probability always lie between 0 and 1. So c cannot be 1. C cannot be 1. Here c equal to 1 I got one root. C minus 1 is a factor means. But c equal to 1 is not a root. Is a root of the equation. But not the probability. Because probability is becoming 3 more than 1. So this is not the required value of c. So there are two more values because the cubic equation. Find the two values. One of the values only will satisfy our required condition such that probability of any event lie between 0 and 1. So how to find the remaining two roots? There are two ways. One way is your 10th class method, ordinary division. Second way is your theory of equations method, synthetic division method. So I will go for synthetic division method. Synthetic division. How to do synthetic? Go for synthetic division. I will tell you. I will repeat. So first take the coefficients. First take the coefficients. So 3 minus 10, 9 minus 2. Take all the coefficients. Now c equal to 1 root we already got, that is c equal to 1. So substitute c equal to 1. Now how to go for the synthetic division? So substitute 0 here first. First below the substitute 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. Now 3 into 1, 3. Now add these two. Minus 10 plus 3, minus 7. Again minus 7 with 1. Minus 7 1 here. Minus 7. Left out is 9 minus 7, 2. 2 into 1, 2. Minus 2 plus 2, 0. So remainder 0. So when you are dividing with c minus 1, remainder 0 observe. Because c minus 1 is a factor I told. So here the remainder is 0 means it is 100% a factor. And the next you will get a quadratic here by forming this equation. This is 3c square minus 7c plus 2 equal to 0 is the next equation. So after removing c minus 1, left out equation is 3c square minus 7c plus 2. Even if you divide the whole equation with ordinary division c minus 1, you will get a quadratic equation with the quotient and remainder 0. That quotient is this. Instead of doing ordinary division, 10th class method, synthetic division is the best method which simplifies your work, that's it, nothing more. The same answer you will get, just it simplifies your work. Okay, like a tool this is. So 3c square minus 7c plus 2 equal to 0. Now, how to factorize this? Splitting the middle term or going for formula. Minus b plus or minus root of this corresponds to 2a or splitting the middle term. I am going for splitting the middle term again. 3 2 just 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So I can write 3c square minus 6c minus 6c minus 1c plus 2 equal to 0. 3c square minus 6c minus 1c plus 2 equal to 0. Now I can take 3c common from these two, becomes 3c into c minus 2. And minus 1 common from these two, becomes c minus 2 equal to 0. Now taking c minus 2 common, 3c minus 1 equal to 0. Implies either c equal to 2, either c equal to 2 or c equal to 1 by 3. Either c equal to 2 or c equal to 1 by 3. But c equal to 2, again if I substitute here, probability will be more than 1. Probability should always lie between 0 and 1. So the required condition satisfying value of c is c equal to 1 by 3. So the only value of c out of the three roots, c equal to 1, c equal to 2, c equal to 1 by 3, the value of c which satisfies the probability condition is only 1 by 3. Only 1 by 3. So c must be 1 by 3. So c must be 1 by 3. So find c. So we are writing c equal to 1 by 3. Next, he is not asking mean here because this is already a big task. He is not asking mean. He is asking p of x less than 1. P of x less than 1. We already discussed what is P of x less than 1. P of x less than 1 means P of x less than 1, what are there? Only P of x equal to 0. Only P of x equal to 0. That is 3c cube. That is equal to 3 by 3 cube, 27. So 3 1 ja, 3 9 ja, equal to 1 by 9. Next, P of x lie between 1 and 2. P of x lie between 1 and 2, but not equal to 1, only equal to 2. There is nothing between 1 and 2, only equal to 2 is there. So you can write P of x equal to 2 is equal. P of x equal to 2 means we have 5c minus 1. 5c minus 1, that is equal to 5 by 3 minus 1. 5c minus 1, that is equal to 5 by 3 minus 1 equal to 2 by 3. P of x equal to 2 equal to 2 by 3. Next, he is asking P of x lie between 0 and 3. P of x lie between 0 and 3 is nothing but equal to 3, but there is no 3. So we have P of x equal to 0. There is no equal to for 0. Sorry. So P of x equal to 1 plus P of x equal to 2 plus P of x equal to 3. Equal to 3 is there, that's why I am writing it, but its value is 0. Is not given in the table. So that means probability of getting 3 is 0. There is no question of getting 3. So probability is 0. So total probabilities of getting x equal to 3 is 0. And remaining values we already know. Substitute them. This is P of x equal to 1 is 4c minus 10c square. That is 4 by 3 minus 10 by 9. 10c square is 10 by 9. Plus P of x equal to 2, just now only found 2 by 3 and substituting that. X equal to 3 is 0. P of x equal to 3 is 0. So this is 9 LCM. If I take 9 LCM, this becomes 4 3 is 12. Plus this becomes 3 2 is 6. 12 plus 6, 18 minus 10. 18 minus 10 is 8. So total value is 8 by 9. 8 by 9. 8 by 9. That's it. Next, second Roman second sum. The range of random variable x is the range of random variable x equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on till infinity. It is not giving the end point. And P of x of x equal to k equal to P of x equal to k equal to P of x equal to k equal to c power k by k factorial. 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 Then find the value of c. Then find c. Then find c under P of x lie between 0 and 3. P of x lie between 0 and 3. There is no equal to. All are inequality symbols only. No equality. P of x lie between 0 and 3. Simple sir. Same if you make the table. P of x equal to 0 is c power 0 by 0 factorial. So if you make the table like the previous one, what do you get? Xi, P of xi. If I substitute 0, there is no 0, it is given from 1. 1 range from 1, 2, 3 and so on till infinity. 1, 2, 3 and so on till infinity. So P of x equal to 1 means c power 1 by 1 factorial. And x equal to 2 means c square by 2 factorial. X equal to 3 means c cube by 3 factorial and so on till infinity. So if you observe this equation, we know that sigma of P of xi is always equal to 1 for every I. For every I, sigma of P of xi equal to 1 implies c by 1 factorial plus c square by 2 factorial plus c cube by 3 factorial plus c power 4 by 4 factorial and so on till infinity is always equal to 1. Total probability is always equal to 1. But if you observe this inequality, means this equality, c factor c by 1 factor c square by 2 factor c cube by 3 factor and so on, this is in the form of x by 1 plus, this is in the form of 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial and so on till infinity is always equal to e power x. E power x. So, if you observe, this is from here. You have c by 1 factor, c square by 2 factor and so on till 1. So, if I am adding 1 on both sides, I will get this form only. So, adding 1 on both sides. Adding 1 on both sides. I will get 1 plus c by 1 factorial plus c square by 2 factorial and so on till infinity equal to 1 plus 1 2. Now, this is in the form of this. Now, this is e power c only. So, according to the formula, this is e power c only. So, it implies e power c equal to 2. E power c equal to 2. So, this implies c equal to log 2 base c. C equal to log 2 base c. C equal to, applying log on both sides, becomes c equal to log 2 base c. C equal to log 2 base c. Now we got c value. Now what more we need? We need to find p of x lie between 0 and 3. He is asking something more. P of x lie between 0 and 3. P of x lie between 0 and 3, I think. Yeah, P of x lie between 0 and 3. So, P of x lie between 0 and 3 means P of x equal to 1. Because there is no equal to 0. So, P of x equal to 1 plus P of x equal to 2. That's it. There is no equal to for 3 also. Now, P of x equal to 1 means this is c by 1 factorial plus P of x equal to 2 means c square by 2 factorial. Now c means we got log 2 base c. So log 2 base c by 1 factorial is 1 only, no need to write, plus log 2 base c whole square by 2 factorial is 2. So this is the final result. These are very important 7 markers. These are very, very important 7 markers. Prepare well. Now we will go for first one and second one, least important, that only left. We will go for that. Find the constant c so that p of x equal to, find c so that p of x equal to c into 2 by 3 whole power x. C into 2 by 3 whole power x. P of x equal to c into 2 by 3 whole power x. Find c where x is ranging from 1 to 3 and so on till infinity. 1, 2, 3 and so on till infinity. Now he is saying that x ranging from 1 to 3 and so on till infinity. So find c. As usually find c. So very simple sum. He is asking to find c, that's it. Now p of previous method, same method, always sigma p of xi for every I is equal to 1. So this implies if I substitute I equal to 1 in that, becomes c into 2 by 3 whole power 1 plus c into 2 by 3 whole square. If I substitute 3, c into 2 by 3 whole cube and so on till infinity I will get. Now if I take off c common, implies c into 2 by 3, this total property is always 1. So if I take off c common, 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 whole square plus 2 by 3 whole cube and so on till infinity equal to 1. So this is irreferent GP. AR square and so on. So here A is 2 by 3, common ratio is also 2 by 3. So this is a irreferent GP. You know how to find the infinite GP. A by 1 minus R. Here A is 2 by 3 by 1 minus R means 1 minus 2 by 3 is equal to 1. Implies C into 2 by 3 into, if I take LCM 3 and goes to numerator, 3 by 3 minus 2 is 1. So 3 cancel, equal to 1. 2C equal to 1 implies C equal to 1 by 2. 2C equal to 1 implies C must be equal to 1 by 2. Hence found.